Takazani, good afternoon. Hello everyone. I just thought let me come on and discuss taba ya Sekgantsho. Alright, my name is Norma. This is Learning with Norma, your online comprehensive classroom where we try to change our lives one lesson at a time. And the lessons that I come to teach to reach a gap, lessons that come about to answer questions that I get asked, and also, you know, what Badimo has inspired of me to sort of like bring light to. So today, it's a topic that has been on my mind for a while, but I didn't want to approach it as Norma. I wanted to approach it with Dlozi inspiration. So yeah, today the consultation fee. I was just reading one of the emails, you know, from the comments, people who are asking questions about the streams that I make. And like I say at the end of each stream, at the end of my articles, if you visited learningwithnorma.com, the blog, that please do reach out, ask a question, tell me your story, suggest a topic. And when I say tell me your story, guys, it's more like share on the topic. If I'm talking about Ukuhlola and there's something that you want to add, or there's something that, you know, you want to teach to the people also, and you want me to share it when I do the Q&A streams, by all means, please do that. But there's a difference when you send me an email with close to 6,000 words, and in this email, like, it's a long story about your dream, about your journey, and you want me to answer it. That is a consultation, and the response will definitely be go and, you know, require or go and search for a spiritual healer, consult. And I will also give you details on how you can consult with Norma. And then people come and say, you guys are always like this, you rude, you never answer a question, or you never interpret a dream. The next thing you say is just to ask for a consultation fee, or to say you need to consult. So in other words, you are marketing, if I can put it like that. I'm trying to find sweet words, because what I've just read right now, yeah, it's a little bit, you know, scary. And I'm also wondering how many of my colleagues are also getting such emails. For me, it even feels like you are violating the generosity of Dlozi to come and to teach on a platform like this. But anyway, so Sekgantsho, how do we work as Sekgantsho, or when we talk about the consultation fee in Endubene, it's not about paying Norma. It is seen as, or it is a symbol of bringing our ancestors together. It is an agreement between my ancestor and your ancestors to say, yes, we are allowing you to come into our space, we are allowing you to help our child, we are allowing you to communicate with us, to reach out and to help our child, because we are trying to communicate with them but they don't hear us. In the olden days, Sekgantsho was not monetary. It was not chelete, in whatever that you could have. If you had a cabbage garden, cabbage, if in whatever that you had to offer to my ancestors for the help that they're going to give to you in Endubene, and you would put that down, and then we will start the consultation process, and your ancestors will come forth. Because once I accept Sekgantsho Sahao, it means that I have welcomed your ancestors into my space, and I'm saying to them, feel free, communicate, buang, fangwana luna lesedi, mufendi taba. And that is what Sekgantsho is. Sekgantsho, people who come in Endubene, I always tell them that for me, Sekgantsho ke kgomo ya Badimo. it's sort of like you are saying, I'm coming into the space, because the minute you come to Gognoma and you come to consult, it is not a physical relationship. It is not a physical agreement. It needs to be a spiritual agreement. Badimo ba hotlamile ba dumele. There are people who have come in Endubene, and we've made an appointment. You come, and how fitla Sekgantsho se atswa, I throw the bones, and there's nothing, or I don't feel a connection. I tell you, let us go and find out, why are your ancestors not feeling welcomed in my space, or why are my ancestors not welcoming your ancestors in their space? Because it can be both ways. It can either be that you come with bad intentions, and Badimo how they are not for those bad intentions that you come carrying. Hi. And it can also be that you come with intentions that my ancestors are not going to be able to cater for, and they are already seen to me as ikotwana. This person is not at the right place, or they did not prepare. When you come for a consultation, guys, it's the same as coming from, again, a Christian background. I'll always say that, because as much as I am not defining myself solely as a Christian, not being religious, and I'm saying I'm a spiritualist, that does not mean that I've left the teachings of Christianity. That does not mean that I do not still refer to the Bible. And even in Endubene right now where I'm sitting, I do have my Bible with me. I do read my Bible, and I still do refer to God, and I still do pray to God. So you don't go to church. I grew up in an apostolic church, and my apostola. When you are preparing yourself for utamae ulorera, you have to take off your shoes, and even in Endubene we take off our shoes, and that is a symbol of taking off your ego, leaving yourself behind, leaving what you know, leaving your intelligence and your knowledge and your degrees and masters, whatever that you know, you leave it behind. You take the ego down, and you come and humble yourself as a vessel, and someone who's accepting to be guided. So you acknowledge that this is a holy place. But you come prepared. You already prepare yourself. You understand that you're coming into the holy place, and you cannot come osahlweka. And there were certain rules that you were taught at church, or only in this certain, mindset, or okwatile, those were the principles that we were taught, and they're still the same principles even in African spirituality. Because for me, every time I read the Bible and I look at how we talk about Ubuntu and African ways and how we carry ourselves as Africans, I believe someone was sitting somewhere watching an African living their life, and they wrote a story. Batho ba ba hlompha mmao le ntatao, and a mmao le ntatao is not just about the person e a o tswetseng. Every elderly person that you meet in the street, old enough to be your parent, ke mmao le ntatao. Any elderly person that you meet, old enough to be your sister, ke mmao le ntatao. So you would give the respect that is due. Same as Endubene. When you come, you're not coming to Gognoma. Me as Noma, I am nothing. I know nothing. I'm like you. I am just an ordinary human being. But because I've been chosen, remember when you are called and uhambe wayotwasa wabasangoma, and now you are referred to as Gogo. That's why when you come, you don't just say Noma, you say Gogo Noma. You refer to the people that walk with me. You acknowledge the entourage that you're entering into. Mauvela utitokozani, not because I am, having 10,000 people with me physically in Endubene, but because there's an entourage that works with me, and the minute you say Thokozani, you acknowledge Apogogo Nabomkulu. The minute you come Endubene and you're going to consult, I need to also tap into that spiritual realm. I need to invite my guides. I need to invite Badimo to come and explain, or I'll say what in spirit, in order for me to give you guidance, spiritual guidance. So Sekgantsho ha se taba ya hore Sekgantsho, it's the physical, I'll say it's just a physical thing to do to connect ourselves, and because they are aware of that kind of relationship, it's about how oda hamokwena okopa so khutla utlise teboho. That is Sekgantsho, allowing me to connect even before I come to the other side of Sekgantsho, allowing me to connect with your ancestors, saying this is a place that I've come and I'm building a relationship. Badimo ba kgona hore ba connecte so that they can give us the spiritual guidance that we need. Because ha ke lahla ditaola, your grandfather is gonna come forth, your grandmother is gonna come forth, some that you did not even know. My grandfather is gonna come forth to help assist your you understand, there's a lot of spiritual relationships that are gonna go around. And guys, the other thing is, unfortunately, Ukuthwasa is not mahala. Maybe if re thwasa mahala, we would come Endubene re sebetse mahala. When you come Endubene, remember we are talking about the time that I will be given to you, and there's nothing more expensive and valuable in life than time. Time, we are all given 24 hours a day, and it's how you use it, it's how you invest it. So how utlo khantsha, you are not, okay, let me put it like this. When you go to your general practitioner, because people are, the particular scenario that is happening right now is like, I'm not asking you to consult, I'm just asking to say, am I having a spiritual problem? For me, I always ask, do you go to your GP's room and go to the receptionist and say, I need to see the doctor, but I'm not actually consulting, I just want to ask the doctor if I'm sick? Do you get me? I don't want the doctor to consult, but I just want to show him this pimple and he needs to tell me if I need a consultation. We are doing that as spiritual healers. That's why we say ask a question. But when you tell me something, somebody sends an email and says, Ke dula ke lora metsi. What am I supposed to say? And when you've sent me that is so detailed, it's giving me goosebumps as I'm reading it, and I tell you, please seek spiritual attention. Please go and find a spiritual guide who will consult and tell you in depth what is happening. Some things, guys, like I'm saying, as Noma, I'm a vessel that needs to be used by spirit in order to give guidance. I'm a vessel that is used by spirit in order to give guidance. Two similar dreams can mean two different things for two different people walking two different spiritual journeys. So in order for me to be able to assist you fully, I will need to tap into the spiritual realm. And tapping into the spiritual realm is a consultation. Unless I am live and I'm offering my services and I'm saying to you guys, today is dream interpretation, let's talk, let's connect, you request, we talk, that is different. But I cannot take an hour of my time, answering you back and forth and going deep into details about things that it's being in the spirit and asking for questions in spirit, asking those questions and finding answers in spirit. It's a tiring exercise, but a necessary one for those who are called as spiritual healers. So when we ask for you to come and consult, or when I say Tawaza Gogo, I hear your question, I hear your dream, but can you please go and consult? I'm not saying come and consult to Gognoma. No. You calling me from KZN, you're in Mpumalanga, you're wherever. I'm saying find a spiritual healer around you. But consult, because what you're telling me spiritually, I can sense that there's more to it. I cannot just give you an answer to say, about it, it will be okay. There are instances where someone asks a question and you're like, okay, it's fine, go samolo phahla ka yona, do this, do that. But other things are deeper than that. And I will not be doing you any justice if I'm just going to say to you, DIY, here is how you can do it for yourself. Other things need us to tap into spiritual realm. And the minute we tap into the spiritual realm, that is the consultation. That means I'm going to have to set aside time where we won't be disturbed, where I will be able to help you and assist you, but not as Norma and not with my own little knowledge, because we are called indigenous African spiritual healers. That is because we need to tap into spirituality in order to heal spirit. I'm a nurse, guys. There's lots of things that people come with, and at nursing school or in medicine, you are taught about the signs and symptoms. Okay, shortness of breath, this and this is the diagnosis. But in spirit, your headache and my headache can mean two different things. In spirit, we don't look at the pathophysiology of the disease. In spirit, we look at the why are you having this disease. And the disease is not just in the physical, realm. It means if the minute you start having a headache, we are seeing the spiritual disease manifesting in the physical realm. That's why you are not able to now function, because something is not at ease. In spirit, we talk about the connection between nature, between the physical being and even the surroundings. The people around you, your family, your neighbors. That's why in African, ways, we talk about umuntu ngabantu. Your neighbor cannot be unwell and you are okay. Ha hona hore ka next door ba ka se be le phofo and wena ka ha o pheile phofo o nkgisitse eye o hadika na makgoho. No. That's why we grew up in in spaces mo ono otla o tshwere skotlolo o tlo kopa phofo, and your mother would ask, mama ha kopa phofo o na le mafura o na le eye le tlo ja phofo eo ka eng. That was being African when we grew up. Obviously now things are different. My struggle is my struggle, your struggle is your struggle. But we used to grow up in communities when and I spent 3 days. So when we come into Endubene to consult, Sekgantsho, it's just that we lose a lot of things in translation, trying to bring our ways into English. English does not have a word for Sekgantsho, because consultation fee is when you go to the doctor. For me, it's when you go to the doctor, you consult, what is happening, what is this, what is that. And Endubene, when you come, you don't even need to tell me what is wrong. Well, from where I come from, when you come Endubene, you sit, and most of my patients will tell you, I don't like chit-chatting before we have our appointment, like our consultation, before Hlahloba, because I feel like we're going to be interfering with what spirit needs to say. So how fitla we get to it, and as after and we've consulted, then we can discuss, because there will be a pause to say, do you understand everything that I'm saying, or do you relate to what I'm saying? Which is very important. And at the beginning of each consultation, you need to understand. Spirit can show me the future. Spirit can show me the present tense. Spirit can show me the past tense. It can take you back to your childhood, because there's something that they need you to reconnect with. You have lost your way somewhere. That is what happens when you do a spiritual consultation. But we cannot go back if we don't call those who have walked those roads. I need to call upon our ancestors, both mine and yours, in order for them to guide us, in order for them to give us the guidance that we need in the consultation that we're having. So, Sekgantsho, when you look in the Bible, the prophets, because Bible when they talk about the prophet, they also refer them to as Dinowe. Those that would, go and bring messages from God, bring messages from angels, messages of the future, messages of the present, messages about wars that had to be won. Ho bua ka shekele, o tla kgantsha ka shekele. The silver coin that you have to bring light into. Sekgantsho is to say, I am coming into the space and I am allowing you to also connect and give me guidance. I've loaded a video on candles, and there's one about the silver candle, where we talk about silver as, a sign of purity, a sign of connection to divinity and God, and a sign of allowing others to communicate with you and your spiritual guides. So how tla utlo beya sekgantsho? It is a way of saying, I am giving permission, I am giving consent. And that is why it becomes very difficult when someone comes and they want, unless someone is in danger, that is a different story. Unless you're trying to find a missing person. But when you come Endubene, for me, it's against my principles for you to come Endubene, whatever, and you want me to consult that person or you want me to do something on that person. Because when I am Endubene, you give me sekgantsho, that is you consenting. That is you giving me consent to enter into your space, and not just your physical space, but your spiritual space. That is you giving me consent to say, whatever that you're going to uncover, whatever that you're going to discover, it's okay, discover it, and give me healing. How otla utshwere whatever ya motho hore ke batla go bona hore na, how can I keep my man? No, I don't do that. I'm sorry. I can't. If the man is yours, the man will stay with you. If the job is yours, the job will stay with you. Sometimes we're so afraid of losing things that we don't understand, or we don't get the lessons that we need to be taught. When you lose something, it's not always a loss. Sometimes it's a gain. How can you receive with your hands filled? Thokoza gogo. Yo, guys, this is my sister. Hi, Naomi. Thokoza. But how are you expecting to receive when you are still holding on to something? Sometimes it was ukuthi, re tlameha ho loser, o tlameha hore o lahlehelwe. And in you losing, it's you also being taught a lesson. Sometimes you will lose because you're not learning. Bana ba Israel had to go around the same mountain for 40 years. Not because Israel was 40 years away from Egypt, no. Because and they were not willing to lose those people. Into your success. And when you are not willing to lose them to get to the other level, it can be your friends, hello, it can even be your family. You might even need to have some of your family members resent you for some time, or not want to connect with you for some time, because the level that you're going to, they're going to be a distraction, and not in a bad way, but a distraction of discouragement. This is what I need to do. They'll say, no, not you, man. Maybe if it was someone else. And when we enter Endubene, those are the truths that we need to discover. Sekgantsho is to say, you are leaving your ego outside. And that Sekgantsho is you signing a consent form, just as we sign consent forms in the hospital. How unta Sekgantsho, it is a consent form that is being signed to say, yes, Gogo, please allow your people to come into my ancestors. I ask all those things because I need to tell my ancestors who's here, who they must allow in, and who must also, to communicate. Because how anyone can take advantage to know that understand question asking go is fine, that is out, but do not think that you can take advantage of us. If I can, so that you want me to interpret your dreams, that dream interpretation, and doing it for the longest time until Dlozi told me, hey, we're wasting our time. Mahala. What to go through for you to have a connection that you have with us? And I still have a dad in spirit who are older than me, go and consult with. And again, Dumbenza, I'm not just so I go. Yes, I can help you, but to consult, and it's not about, it is making sure that whatever advice I give you is not for your own knowledge. No two people are the same being. You read a story similar to I've seen, yes, similar to that 3-4 years ago, but that does not mean the same as that person. And consulting is exact. Consulting is saying whatever to do with you, it is approved by spirit. Consulting is saying whatever that we come to decide, it is spirit influenced, it is from spirit, and whatever healing that I'm going to bring into your space will be guided by spirit. That shortcut. When you come in, the most important again you need to remember, and I've said it in the video, you need to come as a clean paper, a clean sheet. Card is not filled with anything, no coffee, no tea, no water, nothing. Understand what I usually do is I will consult everything that spirit wants to forth. You've agreed, we've gone back and forth in things I knew. So then, standing, I say, what was your expectation coming here? What did you want to find out? In that way, tap and ask, still around. You're not asking me. I say before I let them go, what did you ask them? Would you like to clarify for you? And it's so funny how I'm closing Altanda. You guys, I love Badimo because they are so clear and straight. I did a consultation a few weeks back, and as I did the consultation, the old lady was already very clear to to stop. And that's what I message to you. Stop it. Sometimes just kneel down. If it is yours, Your life is laid out. And guess what happens? At the end of the consultation, you got a lot of things that you need to do to fix yourself. Oh. Stop. And Miana is not a lawyer or put too much faith. Then you people who are going to explore you. They feel like it's just put one. Hi, when are we finishing? Okay, no, they now they are telling you just go. It's okay, but to an extent, be dependent on muti. You need to remember you got divinity creator. Certain things that we use muti for. A problem I'm having in medicine, where we are having resistant, diseases, bacterials, where we are antibiotics are no longer working because people were taking antibiotics for flu viruses. This is what's going to happen if in spirituality with you taking muti because muti is there. You know why I take because a herb in semi for it to become muti there needs to be something now you just use it anyhow. By the time you need to use for it will no longer be working. So let's talk about Ukuhlola and the consultation fee and Sekgantsho. Please understand, because I am to invite spirit. It's because we need to invite spirit into space. We need to get guidance from spirit, and that is a consent form signed. Sekgantsho ke ho leboha le sedimo sa ka ho seo se tlong ho etsetsa sona. Ke sedimo sa hao se leboha sedimo sa ka. In the olden days, you could bring whatever, but unfortunately now, even for me and Endubene to have muti, or I need money. No, the world has changed, and that is why even things at Dlozi, they are changing. You cannot ask general practitioner if you can I just come to ask you if I'm sick? No, it's already a consultation. So let us treat abogogo nabomkhulu with the same respect that we give to our physical doctors. They are our spiritual healers. And with abogogo nabomkhulu, it's not just spiritual healing, because when they heal spirit, physique also gets better. So you're getting the best of both worlds. You're not just being cured, being healed holistically. We go to the root cause, find out the why of your headache. Why are you not at ease? Why are you diseased? And we heal you from bottom to top. A little, respect for Ndumba, a little understanding for the way we operate. It will be highly appreciated. If you don't understand why Ugogo is, go and get a spiritual consultation. And for me personally, I always say, I hear you, but believe me, there's more to the story, because this one dream cannot be in isolation. There needs to be other dreams that build to it. Or one person who emailed me, and it was just a complimentary email about one of the dreams that I made. But through the email, I could feel energies of anxiety. I could feel fear, the insomnia that this person was experiencing at night, because spirit has no boundaries. Sometimes in the mall, a slowly held by someone, and those problems and in a way you need to send spirit to heal. So as I was reading this email, I could feel the space that this person was in. And I had to send her, an email to say, thank you for the compliment, but can you please, if you do not have, seek to find a spiritual guider, seek to find spiritual healing, seek to find out what's happening. Spirit works like that sometimes. It works like that. But when you are the one seeking help, understand you're going to need to concern and to give. And also even with the person that I'm saying, I'm not going to now into their issues. That is invasion. I also need to concern it. I'm just going to say the general, you feel well, you sweat, right? Can you just get you thing, but spirit saying, I just need to make you aware that it is not a physical thing, it's a spiritual thing. Go seek spiritual help. But we need to respect, we need to appreciate what spirit is, and we also need to be in a space where we are able to invest in our spiritual health. Able aids, go for consultation. Just going for you also come in Endubene just for a checkup to see. You could see it's almost the end of 2020. We come from lockdown. Just come to check. Am I still okay? Do I need some sort of cleanse to enter into 2021 with positive energies? Bonkgono ba rona, when school reopened, whatever, castor oil, all of us, castor oil, la pega, we are cleansed in order to enter into a new season. Go kerekeng gona mapatola tla ba le sefuto go weng. These are not things. We win them with understanding. We win them unaware of what we're doing. Now we've got and even on the social platforms themselves, that you can consult with. There are people that they can refer you to if you don't like telephonical or Zoom, whatever consultation. Asking you, where are you? We've got a community of spiritual healers, and I can be okay. Let me be a person, and you can go and see them in person. But again, me saying that you also need to start communicating with your ancestors yourselves, guys. You need to start opahla. When you are seeking the spiritual help or the spiritual healer, botsa Badimo ba hao. Ask them to guide you, to give you the right person. Allow it to be a spiritual connection, and understand that spirit might connect with someone that you've never met, someone that you've never seen, and they just feel like because they know where we're going to get help. I never wish you most atlotola Tuesday. And again, this is very important as I close. I didn't want to be here long. When you found a connection with someone in spirit, that person might be there for a season or a journey that you're taking from A to B, and from B to C, you need to work with someone else. I've had a client that I saw for almost a year, and everything was okay. We did a lot of things, but the time came where I was telling the person, I need to refer you to somewhere else, or you need to find someone else to walk the journey with you. My time with you, whatever I need to help you with, I've reached my goal, or I've reached, whatever that your Dlozi needed. Moving here to wherever we need to move, I will no longer be able to cater for them, and I am able to you to someone because I find the kind of healing that is required, and that person is able to assist them. It does not make me less of a sangoma. It just, in the olden days, and we are indigenous African spiritual healers, we need to go indigenous ways and see how things were done. when you came to a Sangoma uzokubula, Hlahloba. They will refer you to a herbalist. Amaya. Uyes trying sa nini ulobua le ntatemoholo mama ngedinga ka tjija. Ke ena tla fa meriana o mo jwetse ke itse bothata ke 1.5. Well, diviner, they would call them, they just but and batla bolela mathata hao, and they would refer you to a herbalist to heal, to give you umuti, to give you the cleansing stuff, and. But right now, because the spirit rose, you are able to come and you find that and everybody, and I'm able to assist you holistically. Also understand when it's time to move on in spirit, is because Ugogo does not like you anymore, but it is because there's a need to refer. Maybe now you're facing something that I don't specialize in, and we need to be careful that we don't fall into a trap of lies with it all. I can help people in the situation, but because level high, to refer you to someone who I know is going to go into that deep. Sekgantsho, it's a way of giving consent to my sisters. Sekgantsho, it's a way of Sekgantsho is a way of knowledge. Okay, I got cut off there. My network sort of like just disappeared, but it's okay. I was almost done. I think what I just wanted to come through to say is that Sekgantsho, it is a way of connecting our ancestors. Sekgantsho is a consent form signed. When we book a consultation, we are just booking it in the physical, but the minute you come in Endubene ukhansa and I introduce you to my space, to my people, it's me allowing them to welcome your ancestors and to ensure that the process is not done by me and you, but the process of healing and discovering what is at disease with you. It's a process that is led and facilitated by spirit. Let's understand that yes, there are different fees to be paid at different Ndumbas, but we are all not working from the same, I'll say, spiritual guiders. All of us have different spiritual guides, and you're gonna find that Endubene Kakognomals also Pakamisela is Tunya, Abalozi. There's a lot of ways in which we heal, in which we Hlahloba, and the price cannot be uniform because like we don't come from the same banzas, and we all are guided by different spirit guides. So in short, I just wanted to say Sekgantsho ke Sekgantsho sa Badimo. Sekgantsho is to say yes, me and you spiritually can walk this journey. Me and you can together be spiritually guided, because when I tap into spirit and Ukuhlola, they come with healing ways. There is a teaching also that is done there for me. So that is what Sekgantsho is, guys. A consent form that is being handed over to you. When I told you about me, consulting as Isangoma, you making the appointment, when you come in or when you pay your Sekgantsho, it's you signing the consent form, allowing my spirit guides to connect with those spirit guides to tell us what is at disease with you and to give us a healing process or a healing regime for you. Thokosan. My name is Noma. This is Learning with Noma, changing our lives one lesson at a time. If you're following me only on Facebook, please do follow me on Instagram, Learning with Noma, on YouTube, Learning with Noma. And if you want to communicate, for now, until maybe 2 weeks from now, I will be able to load a WhatsApp number. But for now, communicate with me via email, learningwithnoma@gmail.com. Send me your questions, share your stories. If you do email me, even just to say, can I please get details on how do you consult, or how do I book a consultation, learningwithnoma@gmail.com. learningwithnoma@gmail.com. That is how you can communicate with Gognoma. And if you want to visit my blog website, it's learningwithnoma.com. You can find all the articles I've written. And on YouTube, there's more content to learn, and there's more content to be loaded. So yes, enjoy your afternoon, and I hope that you found this insightful and informative. And next time you will approach ugogo umkhulu in a different way, and you'll understand why other things, when you ask us or when you talk to us, we say you need a consultation, because we cannot tap into other issues as ourselves, as a physical being, as a physical being, as unoma. I need to also go and ask spirit. I need to be spirit guided. No two people are the same. Thokozani.